Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his...
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Danny Shelton getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And now out come the Jags. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 39, Lucy. 11B, 11B. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Green,
working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big gain of 39 on third. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
11B, 11B. 11B, 11B. Green is on.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that fourth down, any type of penalty would give them a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
So right, so right. Lucy, Lucy. 372. Check, watch 54. Green is in.
Now Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Brady, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Sugar! White 20!
Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We got to worry about a grounding call when you're throwing from back there. No flag on that play, but maybe, possibly.
Well, that's one that we have certainly seen called before.
Yeah, I think what you have to be cognizant of is where he is on the field. Is he in the pocket or out of the pocket, about whether or not that flag will be pulled.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, spread 11B, 11B.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Lucy. Short left.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Omaha. 372. 52, Mike, 52. Lucy. Move. Motion. Reset.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
To throw is Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Sharp's got it, left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Lucy.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
To throw, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So that'll back him up 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Brady now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Go! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Wait! You don't want it.
Brady now on first down. Now he steps away. Gonna air it out deep for Gronkowski. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. They give him a gain of 37. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Single receiver. Hey. Wait 20! Round 80! Round 80!
Shotgun now for Brady. flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Hank. Move. Four down. Check. Four down. 372.
Throwing now is Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Shadow. Wait, 20.
To throw again. Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Wait, 20. 44 the mic. 44. Wait, set.
From the gun, it's Brady. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. That's a 6'8", 300-pound man out of the U, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, and he came from Arizona to Jacksonville and didn't just bring that frame with him. He brought 14 and a half sacks as well and created a new city within their city, now known as Saxonville.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part, what to put.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adrian Claiborne. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
11B. Hey, 54, Ricky.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Shreds the tackle, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
White twist it! White twist it! White twist it! White twist it!
Throwing again. Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Room here to run. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
On second down, here's Fournette, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Bortles now to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, 54, Ricky. 11B, 11B. It's all right, it's all right.
44, Mike, 44.
Lucy.
You better bring it.
11.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Lucy.
Throwing is Bortles. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hank.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And now out come the Patriots. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Goal 50!
They keep it on the ground. White again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Brady going deep here for and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 43 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wait! Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Blue!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Wait! Wait!
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Wait, 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 39, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hank. 372.
Now Bortles. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now Bortles got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
One play at a time now.
Here's White, and an alley to run. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Bortles steps away to his left, fights loose, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danny Shelton in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
11.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Patriots, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Renegade, 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 renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on the late.